Hello everyone, I am Elka193 and welcome back to the Foreverlocke. Welcome back to Gen 1, because that is just something I love about Alfornada, that they have these Gen 1 sprites here as the artwork around the gym. I think that's incredible. It's here as well. I love that touch. It's great. Anyway, welcome. This is the 49th Foreverlocke finale. The 5th one in Gen 9, therefore the 5th one in Paldea, because there's no other games in Gen 9. We're going into it with this theme, a team that has been with me from the beginning. You haven't had any deaths, which is the first time in Paldea for a while. The very first Paldea playthrough, which is also Violet, was one without deaths. That one also didn't have transfers, which makes it more difficult. Somehow we made it through without deaths. Now, we did have X items that playthrough. It was, I think, after that one that I stopped myself from using X items in battle because I just way overused them in that final Turo fight. But the thing is, in the playthroughs in between, which is 2 times Scarlet and 1 Violet, we've had one or a few deaths, but none of them were in the finale. I've never had a finale death. Not yet, anyway. But I've also only had one deathless, and that was the first one. So I feel like I should have a deathless Paldea run that has transfers. It feels appropriate. We're going to attempt that today with this team right here. Our starter, Samba de Quavel, with Moxie and Aqua Step. Just give me one speed boost, and then Moxie boost, Moxie boost, Moxie boost, beat everyone. Optimally, that is what I'm going to use against Turo. However, his second Pokemon that he sends out is probably going to be an electric type that can one-shot me. Called Iron Hands. Maybe Iron Thorns, but I can super effectively hit that one. So I'm kind of scared about that. I have a backup idea, but it's not amazing. Acidia the Appleton was an Applin that I called with the Bug Terra, which I believe is a confirmed Applin Terra from the DLC, so that probably came from the first Scarlet playthrough. Not a Bunny, the Grafai, to finish up some of the different coverage that I can get. It has Poison, has Dark, and just has Stab Normal as well. I do realize that there's certain resists against certain types that I don't have anywhere on the team, which has made certain challenges very scary, but I've made it through without that so far, so let's hope we can keep it that way. We got Bandit the Wooper. Our Paldean Wooper. Poison Jab, Earthquake, Protect, Toxic. Barely used that in the playthrough. However, I use it more, I think, than Charcadet and Pommy. Just because it being a ground type and fully resisting electric has been nice, and occasionally using Earthquake would be good. But you could tell that it had lower stats than the others because it wasn't dealing much damage. I do have 2 Focus Sashes, so I have it on Bandit and Tencent right now. Hopefully I will never need the Pokemon, but I actually have one point where I intend to use Bandit in the finale. It might come up. It has Toxic Protect. I haven't really used that entire strategy from the beginning. However, in the finale, assuming things happen the way I expect them to, I expect to use Toxic Protect as a strategy. I've sold the Charcadet, who has actually been used a few times. Flamethrower, Water Terra Blast. This was a Water Terra Charcadet, which I'm not sure if it's confirmed Terra or just or from a Terra Raid Crystal. Will-O-Wisp, I don't think I've ever used that, but it could come into play, and then Flame Charge for a bit more speed. Tencent has very rarely been used, but sometimes it's electric type, and Stab Thunderbolts has been something that I wanted to make use of. However, it just has low stats, so it is scary. It has a Focus Sash, so if I do use it, I can at least survive a hit. I hope this goes well. The finale of Pokemon Violet is right here with us. We have a few fights ahead of us. Let's play. Oh yeah, we can't fly to the gate yet, can we? We do the classic of we fly to Madali instead. And then we go up here. And then we find the guy that's like, oh, I heard there's a gate to Area 0 somewhere around here. I wonder where it is. And it's like, dude, if you would just turn left, you can see it. It's this scientist-looking guy. There's a research facility near the great entrance of Paldea. I want to find it so bad. Hello? Get out. Yeah, okay, saw that one coming, maybe shouldn't have done that. Anyway. He's like, oh, I wonder where it is. I wonder where it is. Maybe through that gate, sir. Okay, it wasn't open before, but... Seriously, did you not ever wonder what could be beyond this closed gate that clearly goes into the great crater of Paldea? Perhaps. Maybe. Considered it at some point? The finale story, The Way Home. I like how all three stories sort of combine into one story, but it's mostly Arvin's story that extends into story 4, the finale. Hi, Nimona. Also, Wolfian and any others that are in chat, if there's anything weird going on with the sound, please let me know, and then I'll try to adjust it. I love Penny, she's great. Oh, it sounds like my cat wants to enter the room, because we're doing a Foreverlocke finale. She always shows up for the Foreverlocke finales. It's hard to show her, but sure, she can try to enter in this setup, while I continue clicking in the scene. Hello, Icky. Would you like to join us for the Foreverlocke? Please watch out for cables. Hi, meow. Hi, meow. Hi. Jump. Jump. Hi. So you can't really go there, because lots of things and you can knock that over and damage them, and the Switch 2 is expensive. I love you. Haven't seen you today yet. Were you outside when I came downstairs? Nice purring Kato. I'm gonna sleep in the Kato while the scene happens. Maybe next in the finale I start it in Area 0. I think I said that last time too, maybe, but I forgot. Because you just have multiple minutes of this scene. which I don't feel like we need to read through. Maybe it's this point where I started. Because doing the flying down is a cool scene. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Definitely the finale starts when Rain Area 0, so having this little scene to start it off, I think is nice. I should just do my intro. Start with this scene is a nice start and then go. And not have the few minutes of talking right before. Okay, how strong is Arvin that he can both carry me like this and get me on there? And I'm definitely dying. I love you. You're a great Kato. Thank you for being here for the Foreverlocke finale again. You've been there for lots of them. Great Kato. Streamer famous friend. Yo, there's already so many Pokemon there. They've all already spawned. This is the Switch 2 now, and I've already been amazed by what the Switch 2 could do compared to the Switch 1. Is this what we're doing? This looks incredible already, just with that many spawns. I've been overwhelmed in some sense by the amount of spawns in some areas, and it's been harder to get through some areas and to jump over some more Pokemon. Just the, was it Castle Royale Lake, when I was exploring that a bit while doing a little bit of training around the final few challenges. So many spawns, I had to jump over multiple groups and individuals of Pokemon. That's nuts. Now I already see them in just this scene where Nemona comes running up. Sounds kind of video gamey, because we're in a video game, Nemona. I'm not going to catch... oh, so many Pokemon, that's nuts. Wow. I'm not going to catch a Paradox Pokemon yet. I'm going to wait for the Master Ball from post-game to do that. I'm not going to do that much battling, but if I can get a level out of this, then I'll take it. I got the... Watch me get into a fight just because I'm here. And I set back and a Pokemon walks up to me like that giraffe rig. And that happens to be right when I exit a battle. Which means it initiates a new battle. Although, can I even access my box Pokemon from here? Yes, I would be able to. Okay, so I can add a new Pokemon. If something dies. Well, if something dies before the finale, I'm adding a new Pokemon. I know exactly which one I'm adding. Because that's something that I've decided on since the Legends Arceus playthrough. Which came, I think, before the first Paldea playthrough. If something were to die after... There is no more level cap for adding a Pokemon, which means I haven't completed all the challenges, all the badges. So, Airy has been beaten, Crucia has been beaten, Tatsugiri's been beaten. There is no more level cap for adding Pokemon. The Pokemon I'm adding, unless it is absolutely horrible for type coverage, I will be adding Enamoris, because getting that in the Hall of Fame just mentally is a real nice boost. I didn't see that, but because of the exclamation mark, I did. Once Enamoris is in the Hall of Fame, I know I don't have to fight Volo anymore. Post-game Volo in Legends Arceus. And just that knowledge is nice. I might still have to play Legends Arceus for getting a new Hisuian Decidueye, or a new Hisuian Avalugg, or Bascule Legion, something like that. But Volo is way more tolerable. It's gonna be scary to play Legends Arceus again, but I do want to. I did enjoy it, it was very different. I don't want to play it that many times. Also because of how different it is. But I would like to play it at some point again, but I'd also very much prefer not to have to beat Volo again, because that fight is scary, and I had a level 100, and a few that were close to level 100 there, and I still lost one Pokemon and almost multiple. It was very spooky. Well, you're going to help me, Uki. You're going to help me against Volo next time. I can't use Uki the Purloin against Volo, because even though it's a Gen 8 game, it only has Gen 1 through 4 Pokemon. Pretty much everything that existed in Platinum is in that game. Where are you going? Leaving? Watch out with the cable! Okay, you're gonna go off. Okay, that works. Don't go in the pajamas this time. Not the wrong ones. We just start a fight and grab the other pajamas that they can't sit on. Come sit on these ones. Say it every time. I love the music, the mysteriousness of it, the sparkles in the air, the fact that you're forced to walk, which really allows you to take it slow, take it easy, take it all in. This place is amazing. I love Area Zero for many reasons. Hey, I walked here the way I'm intended to, unlike the last 2 or 3 times where I took the shortcut. And I approach it from the front instead of from the back, but the scene happens from the back. I didn't put Quaquaval up front yet. The Quaquaval should have been up front for this. Oh, we should probably be okay. It doesn't have anything super effective against Grafai. Hey! No! she's so sweet. I wanted to get under my blanket, but tried to like pull on it and claw on it to try and open it so we could get underneath. But that would damage the blanket, and I said no. So I kindly explained that I still love her, but she should really do things another way or ask me for help, and then I will help her. And then I showed her how to do it. It was spooked for a bit when I came up to her and said hey, but then calmed down, and then we cuddled for a little bit. Hi Bente, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Pokemon Violet finale. Hopefully we go deathless in this playthrough. Would be nice. Actually, would that be deathless 20? Because I haven't had a deathless run these last 2 times. Yeah! If this goes deathless, this would be the 20th deathless playthrough. I remember after playthrough 12, I was super proud that I had a 25% deathless ratio. And I kept that up for a while, and then early on in the 20s, like 21, 22, 23 were all deathless, I think. Something, no, it was 20, 21, 22, and then 25, no, not 25, that was Platinum. Anyway, I've had plenty of deathless runs since then. Not all, but a good amount. If I go deathless in this one, or the next one, that would give me 20 out of 50. That's a 40% deathless ratio, which is nuts. I was already really proud of 25%. And that's since playthrough 20, where I was still at a 25% ratio. I've done it without using X items in battle. I'm really proud of it. Alright, on to the next research station. Can I walk? Thank you. Okay, since I'm not... maybe not gonna use Charcadet and Soldier and Tencent, maybe I should use them in battle here somewhere. Because I intend to use Bandit, I have a plan for Acidia, and for sure plan to use Samba de Cocavo. Try to find an opponent for them. Just to have used them in the finale, because I don't expect to use them yet. Alright, let's fight another Jumpluff. Hello! Would you like to fight my Charcadet? Bounce! Are you gonna try and paralyze me? Is that what we're doing? It dealt that much damage to the resisted move, and then a stab move. Well, both of stab moves. But I have Eviolite and more defenses than Palmy does, so I'm just gonna play it safe and just not use Palmy. Maybe in post-game, no, not post-game, but post-credits, if I remember. Normally come from it. I Only 2 paths to go where I'm going. Maybe they end up in the same spot. Sometimes there's little sparkles in the air on the ground which make you think, oh, there's a hidden item there, but it's not. Which is a little off-putting sometimes. Oh, the other way takes you all the way to over there into that shortcut. I just walked a long way. Jesse! Hi, don't run away. I want experience. Poison. Jump, 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 jump. Cydia to the front for this one. I actually remember to do it. And the Pokemon magically disappeared. It's a Delibird! Oh, the Delibird gets 7 booms. So cute. Oh my gosh. So adorable, Delibird. Eh. Delibird! Battle time. Let's go. The reason why I put a grass dragon up against an ice type is because this is the only one... Well, actually, this Pokemon and Quaquaval can both hit that one super effectively. But with Freeze Dry, they can still hit Quaquaval super effectively. But yeah, with Ice types, they can also hit Cydia super effectively. Not if I do this. I can remove my own weakness. Terraform! Let's go, Bug Terra! I feel like half the time I've used Terra in this playthrough, it's been to remove a weakness instead of to make use of, like, Terra Blast or add power to them. Nice thing is they attack the ally all the time, so it makes it difficult. That's a boom, boom, boom. Energy Ball, super effective. Fire Iron Bundle. Robot Bird is gone. Would I be allowed by game design to just walk away here? Let's test. Probably not. I can walk all the way back, it looks like. And they're just going with me. Arvin, you are in the way. Now I have to fight a giraffe rig. Well, it's dead, but... yeah. Probably I'm not allowed to go towards Research Station 3. Arvin, you're in the way again. I'm probably not allowed to continue. There's some kind of boundary here that says, no, you should go into the other research station. That already took me farther than I expected. Okay, let's go inside. Past the Venomoth that's guarding the gate. You have a time machine down there, don't you? These Pokemon are from the future. Just like Miraidon. Yay, we healed again. Not that we needed super lot of it, but might as well for power points and things. Press. Move on. Normal? They made the Rotom phone. Nimona has some Spanish things in her speech, and I like it. Here Penny talks about her dad. About cute nicknames like Pen Pen. She went home for Galar. Home to Galar as part of her punishment, but not really punishment for the Team Star stuff. There's a theory going around about her parents. I'm not sure if this was ever actually intended, but I like the theory. Peony from the second Gen 8 DLC. What if Peony is Penny's dad? Overprotective for sure. And I'm pretty sure he makes up nicknames for his other daughter as well. If this theory were to be true, this means that Pen Pen's uncle, is Rose. Because Peony and Rose are brothers. We're not gonna fight the Chansey, aren't we? Are we, yeah. They had to show that it's a research station. Something's gonna jump out at us. Look, it's a Donphan, but it's big. Considering it's 2v1 with each of the allies each time, Nimona first, I guess, works because she likes battling. And the fact that it's against a Pokemon that La Primera uses, which is a link with Nimona, kinda works. And then Penny second with the, oh my god, it's something cute, it's something normal, works. But the fact that Arven is the one that faces Iron Treads or Grey Tusk, depending on the version, also makes a lot of sense. I like the way they chose that ordering. And Iron Treads being last, the paradox on being last makes sense. They're two more regular Pokemon. Well, it's not really regular Pokemon. First is a regular Pokemon in Glamora, then what they think is regular Pokemon but is a paradox, and then just the, hey, we recognize this paradox. Let's just say that Gotara, take no chances. Should be fine with that, though. If there's the fight against Turo, I was considering going Terra Water against Iron Moth to start. However, with Iron Moth's stats, I expect to be able to one-shot it even without going Terra. So I'm not going to, so I can save the Terra for something later. I feel like that's appropriate. If you've got things from the literal future roaming around Paldea, that's a major problem. Something I might want to do, just when I play my own game again, which will be probably Scarlet because that's my main file, is to go through the entirety of Area 0 again. But explore all the side bits that you can't reach, the climbs up, and not just the walk down. Go through certain caves again, find some fancy Pokemon, even though I have all the Paradox ones already, so it would have been in there. Penny's the one that realizes first that, like, she's maybe feels like the awkwardness that I don't feel comfortable here feeling of Miraidon since we entered Area 0. So she's been able to understand the most where it might come from. And then the moment the second ones come in, then hey, siblings, family, not always positive. Now she understands it. No, that family reunion might not be as heartwarming. It was predicted from the start. Doesn't have to be the case, but she certainly would see it coming. Iron Jugulus, hello. I don't want to encounter any of the Paradox Mons because that would be a illegal encounter. We have Delhi. I have Roaring Moon and Iron Valiant, and then I have Delibird, well, Iron Bundle and Screamtail, because I thought those were appropriate to catch first. Just catch them in order, and that's the one you find at the Research Station 2. Probably from here, I catch them in Dex order, and I believe Iron Hands is the next one. And he makes another good observation. The crystal seems similar to what you see when a Pokemon terrestrializes. Hi Delhi. Hi Dracloak. I caught a Dreepy this playthrough. It's level 20, so I could use it next time I'm in Gen 8, because I will be using it in Gen 8. I called it Bree, after Sparkly Bree, a streamer friend that I made recently. She's really cool. More Iron Jugulus, hello. Since it, Iron Jugulus, and I think it's Fluttermane is the other version, like the past version. And it's Iron Hands Brood Bonnet, I think. And it's Iron Thorns with Sandy Shocks. And then what's the last one? Oh, Slitherwing Iron Moth, of course. The Volcaronus. This almost looks shiny with the pink sides and the lighter colors, but it's all because of the shine from the crystal. I wouldn't mind getting a level up for Quavel out of this. I'll try and get one more. Just because Quavel, I hope, will be able to be the main Pokemon I use against Turo. The fact that I was able to change its ability to Moxie with an ability patch that I'd saved from a Scarlet playthrough, that's gonna really help. Is this regular Dunsparce? It is regular Dunsparce. Poison. Oh, they have Drill Run, don't they? Oh, this is a coil. That should be okay. They did about 2/3. Although I'm not going to. I'm actually going to run, because just in case it just don't KO, and then they Drill Run, which will certainly hit. No. I'm not losing a Pokemon here. Hi, Glamora. I wish to beat you. I'm going to use Aqua Star. Do, do, do. Hi, other Glamora. Did I hit you on the weak spot? Aqua Step. You're still not allowed to evolve, Palmy. You're just a baby. No evolutionizing for you. Here's a Kyojion. Garganical or Garganical. Not sure which of the two is the official pronunciation. Aqua Step. 30. Okay. And because you don't see it often, I'm gonna use Ice Spinner just so we see the animation. Ice Spinner! Doesn't come up much. Was nice against Nemona's Goodra. Didn't think of it immediately after beating Grusha to teach it. It would have been really nice against Hassel in the Elite Four. I just didn't think about using it. So, it was only right before the Nemona fight that I thought, hey, I wonder if Quavel learns Ice Spinner. And it did. So many Pokemon here. Let's go research station number 4. This one's damaged. This one looks like a mess. Let's go down. We have places to be and an evil AI to beat. Now the scary thing comes up. There's 3 2v1 fights in a row. All against Paradox Pokemon. I used Quaquaval against Iron Treads earlier, but this Iron Treads now has Wild Charge, which is super effective. However, I can just play it safe and use my Acidia. My Appleton, which should also be safe against the Iron Hands that comes right after. But then comes Iron Jugulis. Iron Jugulis has Air Slash, which is super effective against both grass and against bugs, so even Vitara doesn't matter. I'm not safe with any of these Pokemon. I think I should use Acidia first, because it's the most safe. But I don't feel very comfortable for this set of fights. You can't change your lead in between the Pokemon, I believe. Oh, this would be a good hide and seek spot. Because you can't see each other in Area 0. I'm gonna quickly make a note of this. Panel just beyond research station. I'm preparing for some hide and seek videos, collaborations in Scarlet and Violet. I think it'd be really cool. Hide and seek in this game is good, yeah. I've seen a few GeoGuessr videos, and those seemed really fun, and I want to make them. I've already prepared, I think, 3 or 4 sets of photos, and I know a few other locations that I'd like to make photos at, and as I'm playing through the game, even just for the Foreverlocke, I'm coming up with new spots that I think would be cool. And that is something I want to do. So I already put a question out in my own Discord. I might put out another one after this stream, if I remember. First one will just be a test, just to see how it feels and fine-tune the rules. But I for sure want to do it. If I can eventually like do a cool collab with other streamers for it and make a big video out of it, that'd be awesome. But it required a lot of editing, a lot of their footage. I would love to be able to do that though. I think it'd be really cool. And even if I don't make a big video out of it, just to play it, I think would be cool. I think I would like that. Just do collab with some other streamers. I don't stream it because then people would just be able to cheat easily. But I would record my side still. And then they would stream, so I would be able to see what they're doing. I think it'd be nice. Yeah, thanks for telling us that before. Like, it wouldn't have changed much, but the mental preparation would have been nice. Also, something that I've looked for ever since playing the second DLC of this game is about the design of this panel and the slight difference it has with the other panels that we've been pressing in the research stations. This one has a spot for a CD. Just a very minor design detail that if you play through the game for the first time, you probably don't notice, and I sure didn't. It was just a panel that I had to press. But the fact that it has a slot for a CD from the beginning, even before you play the DLC, and this game doesn't have DLC, That slot is important. Family time. It was roaming free all along. Agia, Agia. Wait. It's open. I'm gonna go inside. I will kill you later. Rawr. He's like, I'll deal with you later, yeah. He just wants to go back inside to, I don't know, regain power, see the professor, something like that. The professor's been locked up in there for a while, probably. And that Miraidon's just been waiting. Oh, look, it's Pokemon. Were they all just cuddling with the professor in the lab the entire time? Could they have been in the background of any of those transmissions the professor had to us, like when we were at the academy at the start of the game? Alright, time to battle. Drill Gun's nice. Drill Gun especially helps against the Glamora because it's one-shotted on its own. And Lycanroc's down. I'm happy Lycanroc goes down and not me. The fact that they don't attack me helps me be safe. And especially against Iron Jugulars, that'll be appreciated. The Mother should just have all our other Pokemon, but it doesn't matter because they're... Alright. You take those. Get an extra level out of it. Wooper wants... Wooper, you are very likely going to be used. Like, actually used in battle later. In the finale. Lil Wooper.
Beep, beep, I want to cuddle. Please cuddle me. Cuddle.
Now, this is a Brute Bonnet battle in Scarlet, where Umbreon and Brute Bonnet against each other just do okay damage. Here's Iron Hands with Stab Close Combat, which is going to deal just a tiny bit more damage against an Umbreon. Maybe Doll Eyes is appreciated. Lowers the damage output a little bit. Oh, don't hit me.
Meep.
Maybe we start digging the old Tail Twin. Apple Pie Dragon. Starts to face the Iron Hands. Ah, there's a Psychic for Super Epic. Pretty sure that Umbreon's... This is the exact same moveset as in the Cassiopeia fight at the end of her story. Hi guys, there's still a Pokemon here. There's still other iron hands here. Should they not have gone away, or... I think they're leaving those here so that Arvin can take care of them and I can go in alone. I think that's how it might have been. Okay, this is the scary one. It has air slash. That is super effective against me. Just one time super effective though. And now, let's see. Defenses are much better than the defense of Palmy. So switching into Palmy is bad. I could switch into Grafii and be slightly less weak to them. Although I do have less HP at that point as well. I don't have Protect on anything except Booper. I'll go Grafii, I think, just to take slightly less damage in terms of percentage of max HP. His defense aren't great. It has good speed, pretty good attack, but it really needs Swords Dance to do anything. However, knockoff is start, okay? That's what knockoff does. Air Slash will probably do more. Ooh, good damage from Mabustiff, I like it. Thank you, Mabustiff. Wait, it didn't knock off my item? I did have leftovers, it should be able to be knocked off. Let's just hit him with max power. Terraform! I don't use this Terra that often. Well, let's go with it. Terra Normal Grafii. I think I called this one in the last playthrough in Scarlet. The last playthrough in Paldea, I mean. In the early areas, and that's allowed me to use it here. Slash! Got my Siren Deathless. Which leaves just one mandatory fight. Well, technically two, but one that counts for Hall of Fame. It's just the other one you can't lose. I like this bit. You really ruined my whole childhood, you know? But it's not like seeing you cowering and scared out of your wits makes me feel any better about it. You've got amazing powers. If you just use them, you've got us too, so don't even think about losing to that jerk. Be brave. Stand up and fight. I like that little speech from them. Okay. I think everyone's got some extra level ups out of it, which is nice. I'm opening with Samba, which allows me to have all Pokemon in the order of my overlay. Ruthless aggression. Start of John Cena. And in 4 more dates, we'll have seen the end of John Cena. Or really have seen. Can anyone really see John Cena? I can sure see in a live Professor. This one definitely looks more mechanical than in AI than Sada did. This one looks more robot-y. I played Scarlet. She didn't look as robot-y, so maybe I didn't think about AI as early. An AI-powered robot. Uh-huh. This is what we're doing. I think it would be good to have that focus sash on Wooper. I was protected for at least one turn in the fight that I intend to use it, even though I don't think it'll, with the fact that it resists fighting moves and fully resists electric, I think it'll be okay, and I won't need its focus action. I can use it for later if I heal smart. Charkada has the Eviolite just because it has okay defenses. Hame's defense aren't that great, so it has a focus just in case I feel like I need to send it out. It for sure gets an attack in that might help get a KO, or at least set up for a KO. Let's see how this works. Okay, what does destroying his dream and destroying a time machine have to do with me being a trainer outside of ordering my Pokemon to use Hyper Beam? Or something like that. We have reached the lowest level. This is where he actually says lowest, not the intended level. But he knows there's a deeper level. Unless this AI doesn't know about the deeper level, which does exist. Which is how he knew about Terrapagos. Alright, I was afraid of this finale. Let's see how this one goes. Well, good thing Arven gave me the Violet book. Otherwise, he would have had to wait for him and be like, "Yo, Arven, I'm back. Can you give me the book? I know you're busy fighting those Iron Hands and the other Paradox Pokemon. Can I have the book, please? I kind of need it." And also, I would need to go up with the elevator the entire time again and walk back out. Place the Violet book. You're not getting that one back, Arven. Let's enjoy this. Great scene. One of the best parts of the game. The music, too. Access denied. Shutdown command overridden. Reinitializing. It's up to you now, Miria. AI terror switching to sleep mode. Activating offensive protocols. Access denied. You have now entered the gold-plated arena. Yeah, Wolf, you're right. Please. Defeat you. Music build up. So good here. Love it. Every time. And then sometimes you have Cynthia with a Garchomp. You have Leon with a Dragapult. You have Diantha with a Goodra. People with pseudo legendaries. Lance has 3, but they're all the same. So if you have a good type matchup against them, you have type matchup against the others. I don't think we've had a final boss in a Pokemon game that literally uses 6 legendaries. Let's go, Turo. With the level difference and with Iron Moth's stats, I expect without Terra I can one-shot here. So I can save my Terra for something else. I don't know what Terra that will be, but I want to be able to save it. Step. Let's go. Give me a speed boost, and then Moxie gives me attack boost. However, I don't feel confident that even with the level difference plus this attack boost, I can take out Iron Hands. Because it's normal effective, and if I don't KO even with something like close combat... Wait, is he going to send them out in order? I for sure expected them to send out either Iron Thorns or Iron Hands for the super effective Oh, I suppose Iron Bundle has Drill Peck and Freeze Dry, and Freeze Dry stab super effective. This is good. I did not expect them to send Bundle in. I completely didn't think about that. But I'm faster. I already have the attack boost. I can super effectively hit Bundle with Brick Break. Takes out Bundle, which is just another Pokemon dealt with, and this gives me another attack boost. So now I feel more confident that I can take out Iron Hands would have come out. Now Iron Hands comes out. I think I'm gonna risk using close combat here, just to make sure I take him out. It's gonna be scary against the others, but I have the speed boost. And I just want to make sure this thing goes down. It's going to fake out probably first. But I have leftovers, I heal most of it. This is the power that the future holds. Fake out, haha, you can't move. Leftovers, heal some HP, and then the turn I take them out to go again. I don't think this close combat would have taken that thing out with one boost. I wasn't sure of it. I didn't want to take that risk. That's why I considered if Iron Hands would have come out after Iron Muff to use Wooper. I'm not going to do that here. Actually, close combat would go from 120 power to 180. Water, Terra, Aqua Step goes to 160. Close combat's still stronger. Get out. Double power, yeah, okay, we good. Lower defenses, that's kind of scary. But I have +1 speed, and after this, +3 attack. I go all in on offense. If they hit me with a super effective move, I'm done. And I just realized every Pokemon on this team has a super effective move against me. Only, it's 2 of them, that being Jugulis and Valiant, don't have a super effective move if I Water Terra. It's Jugulis. So they're sending it out in order of their team instead of what might be good. But then again, it's still just all super effective. I can super effectively hit this with Ice Spinner. So Ice Spinner here. I still hope I'm fast enough for Iron Valiant, because my base speed is to 80, 85 something. And I have a level difference against some speed. I have +4 attack now, which is a 3 times multiplier. Iron Thorn should come out next. This Moxie boost is really heavy. I'm going to use Aqua Step here to get more speed, just in case I need that against Iron Valiant. It'll be super effective. 3 times extra multiplier. Iron Thorns is out. This was optimal. I really thought that Iron Hands would come out second, which would not only make me use Bandit, but it means I have 2 less attack boosts if I send in Foreverlocke again after. I was really afraid of this fight because of the order in which they were sent out. But this is perfect. -1 on defenses, +2 on speed, +5 attack, 3.5 times multiplier. Is it all just gonna be one-shots? Is this Moxie-boosted Pokemon going to be so amazing that it just blasts through entirely of Toro's team? It boosts the attack of the rest. And I'm going to not only remove my weakness to him, because Psycho Cut and Spirit Rake will both super effectively hit me due to fighting type. But I'm just gonna hit as hard as I can. Let's go Deathless and Paldea. Terraform! Samba, let's dance! Aqua Step! Let's go! Hall of Fame! Deathless and Paldea again for the first time after the initial playthrough. Still Deathless on the finales. And that is Deathless number 20 in the Foreverlocke. And considering I've done it in 49 playthroughs, not even 50. means I am above 40% deathless, which is nuts. No, you guys are still just babies. Stay not evolved. That was nuts. Let's go! That went a lot better than I expected. Does he always send them out in order? I have to look at previous finales. I really thought he would send out Iron Hand second. I'll take it. The fact that Iron Valiant or Roaring Moon comes last, I feel like makes sense because the highest stat has the booster energy, not the rest. Security system failure. Security system failure. Threat to time machine detected. Threat to time machine detected. The professor even saw this coming. An obstacle is preventing the time machine from performing as intended. Activating Paradise Protection Protocol to remove the offending obstacle. I guess he didn't tell you this part. Locking all Pokeballs except those registered to Turo's ID. Program initializing. Gathering terrestrial energy. I'm sorry, children. This is too much for you. Run away! Oh, Arvin. AI Turo disabled. Paradise Protection Protocol initiated. Purple Power Skyscraper activate. You are not getting in my way. You are challenged by the Paradise Protection Protocol. Humanity's ultimate enemy is AI. Now, Quaquaval's not coming out of that ball. Right on. Your turn. Also, when did I put Miranda back in the ball? I guess no, it probably went into the ball itself back in the lab. Alright, let's kill this guy. Well, maybe not kill him, but... show them what we've got. Miraidon form change to... battle mode. Last time we saw this is at the start of the game, the prologue. Let's kick some butt. Chip. Actually, would electric? Actually, electric is a super resistant because electric and dragon. The power gem's probably still better. Ow! Power gem, straight back at you. They charge taunt runs out at the end of the turn, so that seems like a good place to endure. And even if I don't endure, they still go down. At least I don't go down, and you can't actually lose this battle. But I'm playing this how I played it initially. I didn't realize you can't actually lose this battle. I just chose endure at the good moment where I wouldn't have been taken down anyway. So I don't need to use endure here. You can't actually be defeated. Maybe next time I should just not do that. See myself survive. Got a boost because why wouldn't I? Okay, recharge. I probably get a speed boost next turn to go first. Let's do this. Omni boost activate. Let's get to the credits. Right on. Terraform. Yeah. Dragon Blast! You defeated the Paradise Protection Protocol. I always click too fast on Penny's one, because then I realized that it's saying the nice things. Came together for your friends, when you sought strength to better yourself, throwing all you have into your battles. Though you had faced not even the greatest enemy to save that which you love. The way that you never would to seek nor to fight for, a treasure all your own. The way that you soared free through the very skies on those wings of yours. I wish that I too might be as free as you all. Free to seek out that which I might treasure above all else. Not bound. As long as I remain here, the time machine will not stop. For I'm inextricably connected to it. So I've made a decision. I'll use the time machine to journey to the world of the future that I have dreamed of. I'm not going only so that the time machine can be stopped. I also cannot deny my desire to see that future world for myself. Is this what it feels like to have your heart race with a thrill of adventure? Arvin, I am sorry that I kept the truth from you for so long. I inherited all the thoughts and wishes of the professor, and so I understand better than any. Your father truly loved you. No? I suppose you're right. I am sorry. Arvin? Maridon? Miria? It is a little sad, but I'm afraid this is goodbye. Farewell, my free adventurers. I bid you adieu. to the future and beyond! Guys, is the elevator still working? Oh, guess it got sent to the future. Yep. Agia! I like how in the DLC, Miraidon or Koraidon is just called Agias. By, was it Amaris, I believe? Just because that's what he says. And Pokemon say their names, therefore Agios must be their name. Miraidon does look cool, yeah. If it tries to nudge me at me for a belly rub while it's used like this, I seriously think I'm going to die. I bet it's having a real fun adventure of his own in the future. I think we should head home. The credits will play, which I will mute for the stream. Well, for the VOD on YouTube, because copyright issues with it. So, I don't think I'm going to show off the other Pokemon. We didn't use Pawmi, we didn't use Wooper. We used Grafai a bit in the battles too, the big ones. Paldea done. The 5th loop through the generations complete. Deathless number 20. And Nemona came up with another game. Let's take the long road home and get a little more fun out of this adventure. I should take a screenshot of this ending. I should have taken it slowly before. That can be a clue for a hide and seek. This is an actual location in the game. Just maybe you see a few more rocks and Pokemon walking around. Thank you for watching, everyone.
Things don't
Thank you. But it reminds you a little bit of back in Mario Kart 8. The Wii U version, so the original Mario Kart 8, not Deluxe for the Switch. The original Mario Kart 8 had something called Mario Kart TV, where you could take a race that you've had, and it automates highlights from that race, like 15 second, 30 second, or 60 second highlights focused on either just hits or drifts or something like that and make it cool. And then there's an in-game option to upload that to your YouTube channel. That is an option in the game. Yet so many of those highlights that I uploaded were copyright hit because not allowed. It's a literal option in-game, so I refuted all of them, and some of them nothing happened with, some of them I got back. But they were like, oh, if you do like a counterclaim on a copyright strike, and it's not true, you could lose your channel. Like, that's a giant threat. And I'm not sure if I 100% believed it, but I was scared enough of it that I just stopped uploading those highlights, because I apparently wasn't allowed to. I would have loved that feature, yeah. But the fact that it is an option in the game, literally in-game, to upload it. So that was just my entire reasoning that you write down for the counterclaim. It is, there is an actual option in the game to upload this to YouTube. That is literally what I did. 0 other edits. If it would be an option in the game, I would think the developers would allow it. Something like almost those exact wordings. Right, I'm gonna head out. I will see you all tomorrow evening for Stardew Valley. I'll see you in 2 days for the start of the next Foreverlocke playthrough. Playthrough 50. Milestone playthrough. Back in Generation 1 for the 6th loop through the generations. Back in Pokemon Yellow, which I haven't done since playthrough 2. Our first Hall of Famers came in Yellow. It was Fearow, Gyarados, Pikachu, Pidgey. Now that I'm thinking about it, the other finale Pokemon were Scyther and Hitmonlee. I had 4 flying types on that team. Huh. Anyway, Yellow has been a long time since we last played it. It was the game with my first Hall of Famers for the Foreverlocke. And with these 6 added, I believe I was at 264. So now at 270 Hall of Famers. Out of the 1,080. When I play Yellow, when I start Yellow on Tuesday, I will still have 270 out of 1,080. The week after when I play, because Foreverlocke will just be on the Wednesday, and every other stream I expect will just be Legends GA. Not every day of the week, but most days of the week. At some point, I'm probably going to figure out that there's new Pokemon in that game, and not just new Megas. Remember, I've just seen the reveal trailer. I've unfortunately seen some Megas going around, so I know some Megas exist. I don't remember all of them, and I'm happy about that, so I'm going to be surprised again. I do not know of any new species of Pokemon. Do not tell me, please, if you do know about it, whether it's true or not. But I expect, just like in Legends Arceus, that there's at least a few new species of Pokemon. Which means, the moment there are new forms, the moment there are new Pokemon in Legends CA, that means Legends GA becomes a Foreverlocke game. And I have to play it at some point. Just like Legends Arceus. I wonder though, will there be a really difficult to get Pokemon locked after a really difficult post-game battle like Volo? Because getting Enamoris was difficult and scary enough because of the Volo post-game fight in Legends Arceus. I have very little knowledge about what Legends ZA will be about. I'm really excited to find out. That'll be on Wednesday or Thursday whenever I get the game. I'm going to play lots on stream, minimum 4 hours each day, probably way more. Play a lot during the afternoon, maybe take like a break for dinner, then go into evening. I'm gonna upload lots on YouTube as well. The VODs, highlights for like boss battles, other cool story moments. The first time I'm gonna do, like, I've done a few blind playthroughs before and then made a few highlight videos out of it. Let's say with Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, the Switch version. But this is a new game release that I'm playing on release, and not, let's say, a year after or 5 years after its release. The initial hype is there for me, and I'm going to stream it. I want to see my own first reactions. Because normally I think if I would just play it in my own time off stream, I would enjoy it slightly more. But for especially Legends Arceus, I wish I could have seen my reactions to it. But even Scarlet Violet, the reveals of, let's say, the entire Turo or Sada finale, I would have loved to see my reactions to that again. And I can do that if I stream it and if I record it. So that's part of why, but also, with Pokemon being as big a series as it is, plus me playing it a bunch on release, and then putting a lot of effort and time not just into streaming it, but also making a bunch of YouTube videos out of it, hopefully that'll bring a lot of eyes on my channel and help grow the channel. Because I've been on... I could be really happy with 5 viewers a stream, like, at the same time. 2 or 3 is quite normal. There's a few that come back pretty much every stream. But if I have 5 viewers or 5 chatters at the same time, that is amazing for me already. I'd love to grow that both on YouTube and on Twitch. And I understand that, like, once the hype has died down from Legends ZA in the first few weeks, the numbers will drop, both in views and in, like, on Twitch and on YouTube. That makes sense. I'm prepared for that. But I hope that some of them will see, hey, I'm a cool guy. I like the way he talks, he commentates. I like how he does his Foreverlocke as well, because I will be still doing the Foreverlocke on the Wednesdays, except for next week when it's Tuesday. But otherwise Wednesdays, and hopefully people will see that and be like, hey, he's cool. Then I do Stardew. Like, once Legend ZA has died down again, I'll go back to Stardew and the Alkalock. Because once Legend ZA is out later in next week, there's no Stardew Valley, there's no Alkalock. Those will not be played for a few weeks until I have finished Legend ZA. Once I feel like I'm well into post-game, I've completed the main story, I just want to do little things here and there, I might go back to the regular schedule of Monday, Monday Stardew Valley, Wednesday Foreverlocke, Saturday Alkalock, and then put Legends Arceus on a Friday. To still play that for a little longer. For now, though, I appreciate you all being here. I appreciate you chatting with me. I'll see you tomorrow for Stardew Valley, and for the Foreverlocke, I'll see you for Playthrough 15 Pokemon Yellow on Tuesday. Make sure you always remember that you are worth it. Goodbye.